Hey there, friends. It's me, Carpo. I'm sitting in the woods, kind of. I could pretend I'm in the woods, but I'm really just maybe 50 feet off a trail. In fact, I decided to go up through a field, past a trail, and bushwhack through the woods. And I got a ways in and I realized I'm probably going to end up on another trail. Sure enough, a couple hundred feet in, I'm on another trail. It's just one of those places where there's a lot of trails. So it's fine. I found a little spot where I'm isolated, where people don't come down to. And I sat down here to just kind of smoke a bowl and think about life. And something occurred to me that I wanted to discuss briefly, which was, as I was thinking about beliefs and God, something occurred to me that I wanted to share. And, I'm not a religious person. Most of you know that. But I do have a belief in a higher power, if you will, which I refuse to describe because it's too complicated. But I will say this. You should never be offended or bothered by what other people believe. Because this is something I've noticed is one of the biggest issues folks have, is what another person thinks, how they think about God, what they believe God is, what they believe is the truth about creation, evolution, whatever it might be. And people get so hung up on arguing about the details, like how old the earth is, or what's happened in history, or even whether or not a certain biblical character really existed or not. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And I know it does to the individual, but it shouldn't matter in a conversation about deeper truths, the spirit of mankind, this connection we have to what we might call a soul. And most folks who I've met in my life who understand the concept of everything being, I guess, infinite, that there's no beginning or end, and that we're all playing a little part, and that part may be important in the short run, but in the long run, it's okay that we all dissolve because everything is chaos, and, everything falls apart, as they say. And that's okay. But coming to terms with that is difficult for a lot of people, so we create this universal, infinite afterlife, and if people don't agree with that, a lot of folks get really upset about it. And I thought, I have my beliefs about the universe being conscious and aware. But if somebody disagrees with that, I never get offended. I've never been bothered. And I guess this comes down to a very important lesson I've learned, regardless of what you believe, whether it's political, religious, monetary, otherwise. Never associate yourself with being your ideas. This is really important. It's so many people, if they believe something and have a belief system, naturally they're going to associate themselves with that. However, people do this politically, where you're not insulting a group of people, you're insulting my group of people. Or you're not insulting an idea, you're insulting my idea. Or disagreeing with something that people believe. And if we let go of that and just say, well, this is what I believe and I don't care if you don't, it's probably one of the most freeing things. And I still have to put it into practice, I'll find myself having an in-person discussion and maybe getting not heated, but just getting really intense on a topic, and then finally realizing that's okay. That's just how I feel. That's my opinion. And it is harder to do, and especially with belief systems. But belief systems are ultimately built on faith, and faith is ultimately built on not knowing for sure. You either know or you don't know. And so there's nothing wrong with having faith and having a belief system. For me, I know there's a deeper truth. I don't need to believe anything. But I guess that depends on what a person considers evidence, which, you know, yeah, another topic altogether. But I guess the mosquitoes are coming out now, and the sun's going down, and it's getting to be about time for me to head home. I've now got to get on the freeway and deal with all that shit for 45 minutes or so, because I'm in Portland, but I live in Vancouver. And so I just stopped at this local park here, the Hoyt Arboretum, and look at the trees for a while. And I'm glad I did. Looks like my GoPro has managed to make it through this video because it was just about dead. You can see where I'm at right here. And if it dies, it dies. I'll just continue on here. I was walking up this log because I like walking up old logs. Yep. Now, I'm not sure. I came from down straight that way, but I'm guessing I go this way because that's probably the direction where I need to go for my car. So the Pacific Northwest has a lot of beautiful ferns. What have we got here? Samuel A. Dibbins III, 1970 to 1995. You're always a shining light in our lives. That's sad. He was only 25, huh? You know, I have mixed feelings about, dying young. It's always unfortunate for others, but as far as this, live fast, die young attitude, sometimes you wonder, maybe that's better for some people. I don't know. I plan to live to be 100, but the older I get, the more that plan tends to kind of change to where I don't really care. I just want to live the best life I can. And I know it's not about the age or how many years I, get in. It's about how many good years I get in.